Thanks. All right, today's strap video is going to be strength based. We're going to do supersets, which means we're going to work one muscle group and then the opposing muscle group. So let's start off with a hinge. We're going to hinge down, push into the straps, squeeze, and come right back up. We're going to do each of these warm-up moves for about 20 seconds. All right, one more of these. And then we're gonna let the arms go straight, lean back against the straps, and we're gonna go side to side. Legs are kind of wide. Sitting back into the heels, warming up the inner thighs and the hips. You wanna keep your shoulders pulled down and back on this one because we're warming up, not stretching. All right, let's come back up to the middle. We're gonna alternate stepping back. Let the shoulder blades pull forward, and then you're gonna pull yourself up. Alternate legs. Now, overhead back extension. So you start in a standing plank. You're standing up straight against the straps, pulling back. Let your hips fall away. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Squeeze your glutes. Pull the straps at the top. So this warms up the entire back side. One more of these. All right, just take a small angle. We're gonna do a squat to a mid-row. So a nice squat, mid-row. And then we're gonna flip the hands up and do a squat to a bicep curl. Flip them back down, squat, mid-row. And then squat with your hands up, bicep curl. Now it's real important when you're coming in and out of this squat, as soon as you stand, tighten your core, tighten your glutes, so that you have a moving plank when you come out of the squat and you pull yourself forward. So in other words, you don't want to lead with the hips like this. You don't want to lead with the hips. You want to, as you come up, tighten, move as a plank. All right, this will be our last one. And we're going to turn around. Alternate lunging forward, drop the knee toward the floor, push into the handles when you come out of it. This warms up the front of the thigh, the shoulders, the chest. Okay, one more. Then we're going to put the straps under the arms. And we're going to do a front squat. So find your plank. It's not a steep angle, about a 45 degree. Drop your hips towards your heels. Squeeze to come up. All right, one more. Now alternate pushing your heels, one heel at a time, down into the floor. Really feel that warming up the calves. Keeping your shoulders pulled down and back. Nice tight core, nice solid plank. All right, then we're gonna take the straps out of the arm. And our last warm-up move is gonna be a chest press to a tricep press. You want it to take a real small angle with this one, so it just feels like a warm-up. Not real hard yet. Let's do one more of each. Okay, and we are ready to begin. So I think I've got the timer, so maybe you can see it too. Let me see, maybe not. So you can kind of, if you're interested in how much time you have left, you can tell. We're going to start with squats and shoulders, or legs and shoulders, I should say. Each movement's going to be 30 seconds. We're going to start with a squat to a headbanger. See, now you saw me push that, right? All right, so you're going to start with your arms straight, a little angle till you kind of figure out how much you can do. We're going to do one squat. As you come up, we're going to come into a headbanger. So at the top, you still have a little bit of an angle, a nice easy squat, pushing up from the heels, bring the back of the hands to the forehead. So like in the warm-up, when I was talking about coming out of the squat and locking in your core so that when you pull with your arms, you're moving as a plank. Real important on this one too. Shoulders are down. Now we're going to do a high pull. So that's going to be arms only. Palms are down. You're going to pull high, hands even with the shoulders, elbows back. So this is getting the back of the shoulders. The first one you should have felt in the front of the shoulders. Good. We're going to repeat those two. So the first one's going to be the squat to the headbanger. Squat. Back of the hand to the head. And then we're going to do the high pull. So pick your angle, palms down. Remember when you pull back, keep your palms facing the floor. You want to keep your hands even with your elbows, even with your shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blades at the top. You should feel that right in the back of the shoulder. We are going to move on to legs next. The first one is going to be a lunge. Now I've put a 30-second break on the clock, but that's really when we're doing a class and you kind of trying to get everybody to be on the same page. So I might shorten our breaks a little bit. I'm sure you won't mind. So let's go ahead and put the right leg forward. And we're going to do lunges. I'll show you some modifications as we go along. So here's the regular lunge, all the weights in the front foot. A little bit harder would be toe up, balance lunge, but make sure you can control it and it feels okay on your joints. Now if you don't want to lunge, an alternate is to do this rocking horse. You're rocking onto your front heel, holding it and rocking off. And you're putting all the weight right into this muscle right here through the heel of your foot, pushing down into the floor. So I'm going to go back to a balanced lunge, slow and controlled. Make sure you're going straight down, shoulders over the hips. Now we're going to stay on this leg because it's not quite feeling it good yet. And we're going to do low ends, and that's up and stop, down and stop. You're hardly moving. Now, even if you are not a fan of lunges, this one might feel okay because you're not actually moving a lot. You're just holding an isometric contraction. And it's about an inch up and down both ways. But it really gets into that muscle. I'm sure you're feeling it. I'm feeling it. want to keep your shoulders up. Five seconds. Nice. You should definitely feel that in your thigh. So now we're going to switch legs. First, regular lunge. Pick the lunge that you want to do. Pretty light hold on the straps, or as much of a hold as you need to keep your balance and to work the leg in a safe, pain-free way. Good. Now we're going to go to those low ends. So come down wherever you're going to start, and then you stay there and just up a little bit, down a little bit. And there's a stop at each end. This is a little different than a pulse. It's a lot harder than a pulse because you've got that stop at each end. Make sure you're pushing through the heel, pushing your heel into the floor, really burning. How much time? 1 second. Okay, good. Come on up. All right, so then we get another little break. We're going to put shoulders and legs together for the next round. So the first one, we're going to do a prisoner squat while we pull back on the straps. Works the shoulders, works the legs. So come into your goal post position, and then you're going to squat as far down as you can with no pain, keeping your arms up, keeping your knees behind your toes, sitting back into the heels. Now, of course, if this bothers your knees at all, you can come right back down to a regular squat. Next, we're going to do a goal post with a calf raise at the end. Start with your palms down, come into your goal post position, lift your heels at the end. Now I've got to take a little steeper of an angle because at the top, you still want to have a little bit of an angle so that you're working the shoulders the whole time you're doing the calf raise. Nice job. We're going to repeat those two. Starting with the prisoner squat. Feet are about hip width apart. Sit back into the heels. You're pulling back against the straps the whole time. So you should really feel this in your shoulders right about now. And then we do the goal post to the calf raise. Remember to hold those straps tight when you do the calf raise. Okay, next round we're going to put together again, legs and arms. All right, so this next one, I might go ahead and just let that break kind of run. It's actually going to be without the straps, and it's going to be more of a cardio-based couple of movements. So the first one is going to be forward lunge, and you're going to push the arms over your head. Lunge, arms overhead. We're going to stay on the same leg. So here we go. Lunge, push. Now, if you had a couple of light weights, maybe 3s or 5s, you could certainly hold them during this, and you're going to feel it a little bit more in the shoulders. But right now, I am feeling this in the shoulders. So if you don't have weights, it's going to be fine. Make sure you're lunging down into the heel, just like you did on the straps. Now we're going to do high knees and alternating punch out. So high knee, and then we're going to punch the arms. You can keep this low impact, or you can jump it a little bit. Good. We're going to do those two over again. Other leg on the lunge. Lunge, press. This also works on balance, which is pretty obvious after the very first one. Nice. Then we've got those high knees and punches. All right, we get another little break. Grab some water if you need it. We're gonna do a 1-minute challenge. We are gonna do as many power squats as you can for 1 minute. Now, a power squat is shallow and fast. They can be low impact or they can be high impact. Or if you don't want to do squats, do high knees, holding yourself up in the straps. So here we go. As many as you can get for 1 minute with good form. So you can do high impact, you can do low impact, or you can do high knees at an angle in the straps. Works everything. Pick the one you like. And with good form, you're going to get as many as you can. Your legs are probably burning. Done. All right. Whew. That's round 1.
This Fit to a Core video has been brought to you by
Okay, for round 2, we're going to do biceps and triceps. And we'll do them in that order so that we don't have to rest in between. We'll go from biceps to triceps, back and forth. So the first one is going to be a regular bicep press, bicep curl on the straps, like this. Okay, bicep curl, palms up. It's 35 seconds. So pick an angle. That's good for 35 seconds. Remember, on the bicep curl, you want to have your pinkies come about to your temples. Keeping your elbows up high, but not too high, because if you're up here like this, then you're working shoulders. We want to be down at shoulder level, bringing your hands to about your forehead or temples. That way you isolate the biceps. All right, we're going to keep the straps where they are and do a tricep press. 1 foot forward if you want to. Come all the way down. Same thing with the tricep press. You want your thumbs to come right outside your temples at the bottom of the movement. Very little weight in the front leg. As you can see, I'm kind of lifting mine as I come up. It's just there for balance, really. Then we're going to turn around and repeat those, starting with the bicep curl, palms up, pick your angle. Then we're going to turn around and get the tricep presses. If you want to, you can put your other leg forward. Remember, if it feels too easy or too hard, if it doesn't feel right, just change your angle. Make the exercise work for you. You want it to be challenging, but you want to be able to do it with perfect form. Now we're going to have two new exercises that we're going to do. The first one's going to be the bicep clutch. And I'm going to add a little step out with the clutch, just because it kind of increases your heart rate a little bit. So I'm going to take the right foot out into a clutch, and out into a squat and in with a clutch. Weight is even on both feet. Your hips are right in between your legs. Arms are straight at the bottom, and then you pull yourself up with the arms, keeping your right hand on top each time. So you're pulling mostly with the right arm. I like these because pulling yourself up from a squat is a little bit harder than pulling yourself in and out of a plank. So those are a nice thing to add in every now and then. Now we're going to turn around and do tricep presses. Think about when you're doing a tricep press with a weight laying on the mat. Your elbows are going to kind of go behind a little bit and then push yourself away. The straps are staying off the arms. Your elbows are close to your body. So if you get way out here, that's more of a chest. We want to kind of work the triceps still. So keep your elbows in tight and push yourself away with your arms. Straight out from the shoulders, pretty much. Wrists are straight. And of course your core is tight. All right, then we're going to do that on the other side, the bicep clutch. Left leg is going to move this time. Left arm is going to go on top. Squat, equal weight in both feet, left arm on top. Remember to tighten your glutes, squeeze your abs as soon as you stand up so that you're a moving plank as your arm pulls you up. And then one more time for the tricep presses. Straps above the shoulders. Make sure the straps aren't rubbing on your arms. Wrists nice and straight. Bring your elbows in tight to your ribs. Push yourself away. Now in this one, you also could put one foot forward. If you feel more stable in this position, then do that. If you're fine with both feet back, then do that. Now as you bring your elbows back, think about pulling the shoulder blades down, because sometimes what happens is we end up kind of doing this, getting those shoulders up there, trying to get more strength, using the wrong muscles. Nice job. We're going to finish this round with a one arm bicep curl and a one arm tricep press. Stand facing the anchor leg in front, and you're going to do a one arm bicep curl. Now it takes a couple really to find the right angle. Make sure that as you let yourself go to the side, you're keeping your nice plank. Sometimes when we go sideways, kind of end up doing this. Still have to keep that straight board body. Then we're going to turn to the other side. Leg closest to the anchors in front. Find the angle that you can support. And for this one, really, you can have your elbow down low, or you can have it up shoulder height. Either one pretty much isolates the bicep. It really is what's more comfortable for your shoulder. Good. All right, now we're going to do the same thing with the triceps, one arm tricep press. And I think I'm just going to count these instead of messing with that timer again. So same arm and leg, arm that's in the strap, that same leg goes forward. And we're going to come all the way down and push it away. Now with this one, really see if you can lift your foot up. Every time you push yourself away, lift your foot up. So in case you're wondering, I'm going to go to 15. We have 5 more. Hopefully you're feeling that in the tricep. 2 more. All right, and then we are going to do the other arm. So same leg forward. Find the angle that you can support, and here we go. Again, takes me a couple of tries usually to get just the right angle. We have 3 more. Okay, and that's biceps and triceps. Just like in the last round, what we're going to do next is 2 cardio moves and repeat them, and then we're going to do a 1-minute finisher. Let's make sure we're in the right place here. We are. All right, the first one, You're going to alternate stepping out and then curl the arms in. Now again, if you had two light weights or a ball, anything weighted that you wanted to hold in your hand, you're going to feel that a little more in the biceps. But really the purpose of this is just to still work those same muscles that we were working on the straps and then get your heart rate up at the same time. So no weights, you're still going to feel it. Then we're going to do a side skate. And you're going to kick the arms back like a tricep kickback. Side skate with a kickback. So here we go. 30 seconds. You can add a little balance challenge. Think about squeezing the back of the arm when you straighten it. Really squeeze the triceps muscles. Done. We're going to repeat those. Alternating step out, and we're going to do a curl. Remember this one. You're keeping your shoulders up when you squat down. Shoulders stay up. And then we've got the tricep kickback with the lateral skate. Remember, when you push the arms back, you want to really squeeze the triceps. You can really feel it if you think about squeezing them. You can add a little lunge if you want. All right, we are done with that. We are on our 1 minute challenge. While we're resting, I'm going to show you how to do the 1 minute challenge. It's a pull through with a bicep curl and then a tricep press. So you're going to start at a pretty steep angle. You're going to do a bicep curl and then turn your hands down, and at the very end, push down into the straps. Now you have to step your foot forward, because if you were trying to do it like this, you'd fall over. So let's look at that again. Palms up, steep angle, bicep curl. You still have a little bit of an angle here. Turn the palms down, put the foot forward, push down into the straps. That gets the triceps. So I'm gonna do it a little faster. That's all the step forward is for, is to keep you from falling forward when you push down into the straps. You can take a steeper angle, but make sure you can do it. Good. That was supposed to be for a minute. We got to go for 30 more seconds. Let's go. Ooh, biceps are feeling this, and triceps. All right, done. Great job. Okay, so what we are going to do next, we're going to work the chest, because we haven't worked the chest yet, and kind of finish it off with a little metabolic finisher using the chest If you have a med ball, that's fine. If you don't, you can do it without a med ball. So grab some water if you need it. Okay, and you're going to go long with your straps. Get your med ball if you have one. Otherwise, you could use a little weight, or you can use nothing at all. You'll be fine without anything. Okay, found the time that I wanted to use. And I'm going to grab a med ball. First round through, I'll show you with no equipment except the straps. And then after that, I'll grab the med ball and show you with. We're going to do 3 exercises, 30 seconds each. And then we're going to count. So each time you do a rep, no matter what exercise you're doing, you're going to count it. At the end of those 3, get your total number. We're going to take a little rest, and then we're going to repeat it. Try to beat your number of the 3 exercises. So the first one is going to be a chest press. The second one is going to be a lateral skate. And then the third one is going to be a slam. Each time you do a rep, you're going to count. Just keep a running count in your mind if you want to. Optional. All right, so go ahead and get in position for chest press. When you hear the timer, start. All right, chest press, go. And keep a count in your mind. Remember, good quality though. You're not rushing. You're keeping your form good. Lateral skates. So I would just continue my counting from whatever number I ended on with the chest press. Counting each one, each side counts. Now, slams without a ball. You can keep it grounded, no jumping, or you can jump it. I'm pulling down through the air. Good. All right, we're gonna take a 30-second break. So, my counting may have been a little off because I was talking too, but I got 63. I started with the very first chest press. I just kept counting until the very last slam, and it was 63 total. So what I'm gonna try to do this time is beat that number, but keep your form. Don't get sloppy, don't get crazy. All right, did you beat your number? If not, did you make your number? You don't have to tell anybody, just you know. All right, well, I knocked down my timer, so that counts for something, I think. Okay, so we're gonna cool down and stretch. Go back to mid-length. We're gonna alternate, stepping forward, get the heart rate down. Try to take nice deep breaths. Already you should kind of feel your breath returning back to normal. We're going to add a rotation now over whichever knee is forward. Lunge, get a nice rotation, come back to the middle, push it up. Now I'm going to start trying to keep my back heel down so that I can get a stretch in your back, in the back leg as well. This gets shoulders, torso, and if you're keeping your back leg down, it gets the calf. Feels really nice. I'm gonna do one more. Walk forward so the arms are right by your ears. Legs are wide, and we're gonna go side to side. Now really let your hands push into the straps. Let the straps support you all the way over. And it feels really nice on the torso and the shoulders. All right, walk your legs in just a little bit. You're gonna bring your elbows down to your ribs. Now you may have to walk back a little bit. You want the straps to just be starting to pull your hands back. Exhale, push one arm up and over. Inhale when you come back. Exhale, other arm. Inhale when you come back. Let's do one more each side. Okay, let's get the triceps. 1 foot back, 1 foot forward. Let your arms fold over your head. Relax into that. You should feel that in the shoulders and the triceps. And again, the back calf. Switch legs. And this time, if you want to, you can add a little side to side movement. All right, we're going to turn around, pull back, let your hips fall away, keep your head right in between your arms and go side to side. Think about stacking your arms, but make that motion come from the torso, not yanking on the shoulders. So you should feel a nice stretch all through your, right underneath your shoulder, your lat, your calf and hamstring on the leg that's straight. All right, then we're going to roll that up, hinge forward. Again, let your head relax in between your arms. Take that side to side. Now gently forward and back, real gently. It's easy to lose your balance here. Come back to the middle, and we're going to exhale and roll the spine all the way up. All right, we're done. Thanks for joining.